Hey guys, Hikaru Cosplay here. So today I kind of wanted to talk about the weather. Yeah, I know. It's November, so it's getting chilly. It's starting to move a little more towards the winter, meaning the cold and the snow. So I thought it would be fitting to do almost kind of like a safety vlog in regards to weather in cosplay. Weather in cosplay refers to two things: cold weather and warm weather. I'm gonna start with the cold weather because it's moving towards that right now. So I learned the hard way to be really careful with cold weather. Like, you think, oh, it's fine, I'll just bring my coat with me, I'll only be out there a short time, I can survive it, I'll be fine. Yeah, no. Be careful. Last year, I did a photo shoot as Ryuko from Kill la Kill in her regular Senketsu outfit, which is exposed but not as exposed as some of the other outfits in the series. Regardless, there's a lot of skin. I brought a coat with me, I brought pants, I brought gloves, all of that. I wore the coat and junk while I wasn't taking photos. It was chilly, we took some amazing shots, but we were out there just a little bit too long. And sidebar, I have low blood pressure, so I pass out very easy. Spoilers. But what happened was, I took my coat off for a couple shots, then I quickly put it back on. We had been out there, I think, like 30 minutes to an hour. And when I put my coat back on, I felt like I started to sweat just profusely, but I couldn't take it off because it was obviously winter and it was cold. It felt like a little dizzy and very hot. So then I thought to myself, oh, I'll just sit down really quick and I'll be fine. I sat down and like 30 seconds later, I passed out. Scared the heck out of all my friends. And when I woke up, the first thing I noticed was that I had been holding my scissor blade when I fell, and it was on top of me and it had been broken into 3 pieces when I fell. So the first words out of my mouth were, "My scissor blade." Yeah, because I clearly got my priorities straight. Regardless, I was fine. I ate a ton of food afterwards. It wasn't a huge deal, but lessons were learned. You really need to be careful when you're shooting outside in the cold. Wear your jacket. Don't wear that skimpy costume. This is a huge PSA definitely for the people attending MagFest and especially KatsuCon, because yeah, that building for that door may be like 5 feet away, but don't stay outside very long, otherwise you may pass out. You may have some serious issues going on. Also, make sure you're eating a lot before you go and do that photo shoot outside in the cold. Part 2 is my horrible story in regards to heat. Like other cosplayers, I have many stories of being extremely hot in costumes, like wearing Satsuki from Kill la Kill at Anime Next was clearly a very, very bad idea. Mainly because of the long sleeves and the boots that I had up to my knee, past my knee actually, that were pleather and just made me sweat like crazy. You know, we've all got those kinds of stories where you're just hot and you know, you just want some water, you want to go inside. I have a habit of having that issue at photo shoots, like meetups, not like photo shoots, like the meetup kind of photo shoots, where it's too hot, I'm stupid, and I schedule the meetups that I'm hosting right in the blazing sun at like noon, so the sun's just coming down right at you, and it's horrible, and I feel sick. So I end up rushing through the whole thing and I feel kind of bad because I'm missing people and I'm not letting them take a lot of photos and I'm not letting them joke around, but I feel like I'm gonna die. And I'm thinking to myself, I can't be the only one that feels this way. I have to finish this. I have to finish this. And my friends are so nice and they're like, oh, we'll do it for you. No. I'm like, no, this is my burden to bear. But the worst weather heat related story I have is in regards to when I wore Big Sister to Kineticon last year. Now if you don't know BioShock, Big Sisters essentially wear giant diver suits and corsets. And I had gloves on, and my costume was constructed in a way that we had to tape me into the costume. I could not get out of it. I couldn't take my shoes off, I couldn't take my gloves off. The only thing I could take off was my helmet, which I didn't wear a lot. I only wore for photos and videos, and it was painful. Not like ow pain, but like I'm gonna die and overheat kind of pain. Now, again, just don't do that, please. Like, no. I was suffering all day, and so was my friend Kinetic Cosplay, who was dressed as Jack Ryan from the first game, who isn't a cable knit sweater. So we were suffering, whereas our two friends, who were a little sister and a bunny girl, were not. And every single time, like towards the end of the day, I kind of stopped putting my helmet on for photos because it was so hot. Every single time somebody said, can you actually put your helmet on for a photo? I kind of cried on the inside.